Hello, my dear students. So good to meet you across the globe and continents. We are welcome to 1 year global PhD. Almost second month is finished, and we are working with the weekly intensive, monthly masters, and 1 year PhD and diploma. You see all of this great achievement that all students are doing together with us. They get so many knowledge that nobody have anywhere. We just go and accelerate it day by day, hour by hour. So you will rejoice together all of this greatest presentation. Subscribe to the channel and share this message to billions. Really great the work that we are doing together with Ambassador Ismail. We are studying all the history, all the human development to empower you that you could grow quickly and accelerate quickly and do God's greatest work there where you are. So let me invite Ambassador Ismail to today's presentation. Just stay till the end and invite now all your friends came and always to the presentation. Next month will be even IE great presentations, and you will get even more insight. Okay, so happy welcome. Ambassador Ismail, please turn on the microphone and let me start the presentation. Let the PhD start for today.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very good.
O-
Everything is good.
Okay, we'll go ahead with the topic. We have the policy making for social justice and ethical leadership in public service. So that's an interesting topic. We'll go ahead with the introduction, the what is we are going on for tonight's session. Here we have public policy and governance that they are fundamental to shaping societies, and also they are determining how governments function, how resources are allocated, and how justice is ensured for all citizens in the community. In this session, also we will explore that how and the fundamentals of public policy and governance will work together. And secondly, we also will explore the role of policymaking in achieving social justice. And thirdly, we'll also work on that the importance of ethical leadership in public services, that they are how they are important and how we should work with that at all stages, and what are the policy making for justice and ethical leadership in public services, and they're doing that. So here we will have what is policy and how it will work. As with understanding of the public policy and governance, we should say that public policy refers to the decisions, like how a decision is made and how laws and regulations set by the governments or institutions to be addressing societal challenge. Like it will includes, I've mentioned here, economic, like taxation and trade or labor laws, and on the other hand also social policies like healthcare, education, and welfare, and environmental policies such as climate change, sustainability. We all know these terms because we have studied since 2 months. And security policies like law enforcement, defense, they are in the policy. So, following that, all we also have what is governance. So we should also focus on the governance. We have government, governance, and institutions, and now we are just focusing on what is governance. So governance is that how decisions are made and implemented, and simply, or also we can say that governance refers to the way governments, institutions, and organizations make their implement decisions. Like it will involve with accountability, which governments official must be responsible for their actions. What they are doing, they should take the responsibility. And transparency, citizens should have access to the policy decisions. And inclusiveness, like all voices, especially marginalized groups, should be considered at every stage in a community. And finally, rule of law, like policies must be legal and fair, or we should say that policies must align with the constitutional and legal frameworks. So, following that, we also have policy making for social justice. What is this? So, social justice aims to create a fair society where rights, opportunities, and resources are equally distributed. Like it will also ensure with the equal access to the education, healthcare, and fair wage and employment opportunities. Also, protection of minority and marginalized groups in a society. So, following that, we also have steps in policy making for social justice, like identifying the problem, understanding the issues, such for a community, what steps in policy making are essential for social justice. For example, Gracia, gender inequality in education, or etc. And follows, we also say about policy formulation, like researching solutions and drafting policies, legislation and approval, like passing laws through democratic process, like by voting, election, and etc. So evaluation and feedback, analyzing effectiveness, and I would like to say improving some decisions with making most improvements. So we also will have examples of social justice and policies, like what examples are being followed. Here we also have affirmative action in social justice policies. Example, like promoting equal job opportunities for disadvantaged groups, and universal healthcare or progressive taxation. And universal healthcare, I should say that ensuring medical access for all citizens. There should not be any bias or any inequality among citizens. And progressive taxation, I would mention that reducing economic disparities by taxing higher incomes more. So we also have here ethical leadership in public services. So as you're all the leader, and you have trained 1 month leadership program with us, now we also will focus on what is ethical leadership. So ethical leadership also in public services means making decisions based on integrity, fairness, and the public good that you have studied already. And also it will involve like honesty. Leaders should be truthful and transparent, and accountability, like they must take responsibility for their actions, and impartiality, which I really like it, like decisions should be made without favoritism or bias, like it will not be made with the favor of someone or with bias. So this decisions should be very clear and for all and equal. So challenge in ethical leadership also we have, like there are some leaders that they are facing with a challenge, like corruption, abuse of power for personal gain, or political pressure, like influences from external forces affecting decision making. And we had been facing such challenge in our country, even in our region. And the lack of transparency, like withholding critical information from the public, and how to promote ethical leadership in this stage. We also have strong institutional frameworks like anti-corruption agencies and oversight bodies, and public participation, like citizens should be involved in decision making. Or on the other hand, also like to say that education and training, like we are doing that education training, like public servants should be trained in ethics and accountability. As you are trained by us and Dr. Nicola, now you know completely about uh, ethics and accountability. Like when you're becoming a leader, you should take responsibility, you should change the challenge to the opportunity, and etc. So thank you so much for hearing me. At last, I would like to conclude my all tonight's conclusion, public policy and governance are essential for a just and a fair society. Effective policy making promotes social justice, and ethical leadership ensures that public service remains transparent, accountable, and focused on the public good. And by fostering ethical governance, we can also create sustainable policies that benefit all citizens with equal right. So we also will have a homework that I'll mention it. After that, we'll have discussion. After discussion, we'll have asking question session. So just I wanna mention the questions that you have as homework, and some of you have done your homework that we shared with you with the previous session, but some of you did not do it. So please send your assignment on a specific deadline. So for tonight's session, we will have an assignment with a two question, like what are the biggest challenges in achieving social justice through public policy, and secondly, how can governments ensure ethical leadership in public services, that it will also share with you in written. And now thank you so much for hearing me. And now I would like to hear from Dr. Nicola. After that, we'll start our discussion with the students. And I'm really thankful from hearing me.
Yes, thank you very much, Ambassador Ismail. It was great presentation. Everything is good. And there is 2 points what I want to say about the presentation. Is first is that this what you say is kind of ideal. We move to this, like we move all the countries like this to go like this. And as we are living in Messiah Sangam time, the Messiah want to build it right now. We don't wait. This kind of process was this kind of discovery. What you say about the ideal governance, it already was open maybe few thousand years ago. But the problem is the corruption. They never allowed to this be realized. So, as you said, like public governance, everybody helping their governors to fulfill the goals, and everything need to be, how to say, transparent. So this is first of all, Messiah inspired us to do it right now, and this 1-2 year to do ideal countries, ideal society, and the competition between countries already to build model peace communities, model peace country already start, and maybe your country will be first than America. I don't know. And the second is about this kind of ideal governance. Unfortunately, for now, is not respected between countries. And because of this, they allow themselves, to make war between themselves and to make all of this. So you are the future leaders. We are all together as students to build ideal future, not some. Now, this month, this week, this year, 1 year PhD. So that's all what I want to say. Please out and make your homework like this, and involve thousands and billions of people to establish this ideal governance. To not wait some days, that sometimes will came, in thousands of years. It need to be done today. And this year's, therefore, we have the goal for this 2027. Okay, Ambassador Ismail, back to you. Will be on the way, so no possibility to speak, but please continue. You are doing great, and yes, love you all, embrace all.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll start with the students. Now I would like to call Miss Marwa Yossi.
Okay, teacher. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Hi, my dear student. Hi, my dear friend and kind manager. May go to start a bright week. I'm really proud to be in your support, and I will support and I will learn new lesson from you today. We start our lesson from the answer to the question you posted. how all and robotics, how artificial intelligence and robotics can enhance future space missions. Artificial intelligence or AI and robotics plays a crucial role in advancing space exploration. This technology can enhance future space missions in several ways. Number one, autonomous operations. All powered robots can perform complex tasks and independently, reducing the need for human intervention. This is especially useful for deep space missions where communications delay make real-time control difficult. Number two, efficient data analysis. Into artificial intelligence can quickly process vast amounts of data collected from space telescopes, satellites, and rovers, helping scientists make faster and more accurate decisions. Number three, explorations of harsh environment. Robotic system can operate in extreme conditions such as the surface of Mars or the ice moon of Jupiter, where human survival is challenges. Support of astronauts. Artificial intelligence can assist as astronauts, but with decision making, medical diagnostics, and maintenance tasks, ensuring safer and more efficient mission. Number five, resource utilizations. Artificial intelligence can help to identify and extract useful resources from celestial bodies such as water, ice on the moon, or mineral of on Australia's reducing reliance on Earth's supplies. Challenge from Mars colonization. Mars faces several challenges: harsh environment, extremely cold radiation, and low atmospheres. Pressure make survival difficult.
Dear
Life
Marwa,
support providing.
please summary it. You have a lot of information about organization, and now I'd like to just conclude it.
Yeah, okay, teacher. Good forget a great lecture on you and have learned something from the fashion.
Okay, thank you so much. So now let's call Miss Marjan Ghiyasi. Miss Marjan Habibi. Marjan Habibi, do you hear me? I think she has a problem with her microphone. So Muqaddas. Muqaddas, do you hear me?
Can you hear me, my teacher?
Yeah. Please share your idea about organization.
In general, for Allah, I hope all you doing well and be healthy. I wanna talk about public policy and government. Public policy refers to the decision and law made by government to address various issues to society. This decision can be in areas such as education, healthcare, and the environment or social issue. Government creates public policies to improve the lives of citizens and solve problems. Regarding governments, I would say that governments are typically made up of three main branches: the executive and legislative and the judicial branches. The executive branch is responsible of employment policies and laws, and this included is president or prime ministry who put policies into actions. The legislative branch is the responsible for making laws and typically composed of a parliament or Congress. The judicial branch interprets the law and ensures that they are applied fairly. Public policies not only affect people lives, but they can also have a significant impact on the economy, the environment, and the social relationship within society. These publics need to be designed in a way that serves the public good and addresses social issues effectively. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. That was great information regarding our organization. Now I would like to call Miss Marwa Habibi. Miss Marwa Habibi, do you hear me?
Yes. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well and good healthy. In the name of kind law, public policy and governance play a crucial role in shaping societies by ensuring fairness, equality, and effective administration. Policy making for social justice focuses on creating laws and regulations that promote inclusivity, protect marginalized communities, and address economic disparities. Ethical leadership in public reserve emphasizes integrity, accountability, and transparency in decision making, ensuring policies serve the public good. That's all. Thank you for attention.
Okay, thank you so much. That was great information. Now I would like to call Miss Mariam Jafari.
Who's the most merciful and most compassionate, who all of you be safe and sound and far from the harms of the time. So, teachers, tonight I want to talk about the one part of our transition that is social or public policy. Social or public policy is the method that society uses to provide humans' needs, including security, education, work, health, and welfare. This methods of policy marketing is one of the fundamental concepts of public policy in the fifth generation society. In a more precise sense, social policy can be referred to a set of actions and policies that affect the well-being and lives of individuals in society. The scope of these actions and policies is related to public welfare services that are achieved through the intervention of government and governmental institutions in the distribution and redistribution of public wealth. And social policy, government action have a direct effect on the well-being of citizens, and this effect is through the provision of services. And these services and supports include child and family supports, school, education, housing and neighborhood renewal, income, income maintenance, and poverty reduction, unemployment support, education, retirement, health, and social care. The goal of social or public policy is to identify and find ways to reduce inequalities to in access to services and supports between social groups defined by social, economic, status, races, ethnicity, immigration status, gender, sexual orientation, disabilities, and age between countries. That's all, and thanks for hearing me.
Okay, thank you so much. We had terrific information from you. Now I'd like to call Miss Nargis to bring her idea regarding our organization. Miss Nargis.
Okay. In the name of Allah, hello to everyone. I hope you're doing well. Public policy and government are important in shaping a society and ensuring that it works for everyone. Good policies help improve that the lives of people, especially those who are struggling, by creating fair and just policies. Governments can make sure that all people, no matter their background, have equal opportunities. One main goal of public policy is social justice. This means creating policies that reduce unfair treatment, give everyone equal access to resources, and ensure that no one is left behind. When governments focus on social justice, they can build a society where everyone has a chance to success. Ethical leadership in public services is also important for good governance. Leaders in government need to be honest, transparent, and act in the best interest of the people. When leaders are ethical, it builds trust and makes sure that decisions are made fairly. Good public policies and ethical leaderships are key to creating a fair and successful society. When governments make policies that promote justice and ensure leaders act with intri- integrity, that they can help create a better future for us. Thanks for your attention.
Okay, thank you so much. We had really incredible information from you. And now I'd like to call Miss Marjan Sultani. Miss Marjan Sultani, do you hear me? Samira Ahmadi. Samira Ahmadi, do you hear me? Taiba Jafari. Taiba Jafari. Miss Naibi. Mahbuba. Ahmad Qais. Asma. Asma Hafizi, do you hear me?
In the name of Allah. Hello and perfect respect to my Nicola Professor Muhammad and all of you wonderful people who participated in tonight programs. I hope you are all doing well and good health. Tonight discussion is about public policy and governance. I hope it will be beneficial for everyone. Public policy and governance are topics that relate to how countries and society are managed. Public policy refers to the discussions made by governments to improve the well-being of people. For example, the government may make laws about education, health, or the environment. Governance refers to how this policy and discussion are carried out by governments and various institutions. As simply put, public policy is about the strategies made for the general public, and governance is how these policies are implemented in parties and how public and private institutions work together. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you so much. That was very impressive topic that you have prepared for tonight's session. So now I'd like to call Miss Rahima Yusufzai.
Hello, how are you, sir? Just I joined certainly. No, I mean that I don't know.
Okay. Dear Dr. Nicola, we are arriving to asking question session. So if you have any question, please ask or raise your hand. We'll point the those who are asking, and we'll be able to answer all your question. So please raise your hand. You all, I'm with you. Do you have any question or no? Okay, Muqaddas.
Hello, teacher. I have a questions. My question is, how can a citizen participate in the public policy making process?
Okay, thank you so much. In Republican Democratic states, when there are election system, people and citizens, they have their direct agent in parliament and also with ministers. They are most participating directly with them. As we were looking for the Republican of Afghanistan, when there was republic, we had agents from different nations, different states to the parliament. And while we select them and vote them, it means that all citizens participate in policy making. This is our right that we vote them and we appoint the policy makers, we like to say the liars and those who are the representative of Afghan people in parliament. So I totally mentioned the Afghan system. Any other question?
No, teacher. Thanks.
Marwa Ghiyasi. Just one
Yeah,
question, okay?
teacher. Excuse, I'm so sorry, teacher. I was not aware and answered about the words you did, but that was about public policy and government. But I didn't understand. No, I want to tell you a short speech. Okay, teacher.
Sorry, I can't
Teacher,
hear
can
you.
you? I can.
Now it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear
teacher.
you. You can ask.
Okay. I don't have a question. Teacher, I don't have a question. I have a topic about this.
We had lost the section of topics. Now we just arrived for the asking question session. So please be specific with us with our plan. Like we start with the presentation, after discussion, asking question, and finally we conclude in goodbye. Okay, that's our strategic listening and timing for this class. Any other question do we have? Okay, if you haven't any question, I would like to call dear Dr. Nicola to conclude our tonight's session.
No.
I think he is also absent and he has some work as I called him. So to all, thank you so much for being with us in tonight's session. And I will share two questions with your groups. And please be specific and do some research on that. And send me the questions on my private chat box that you will have the chance for accessing to your homework and research with all your friends. Thank you so much. Have great night. Goodbye. Mariam Jafari, do you have any question?
Yes, sir. About assignments. So, you said that please send your assignments up to um, the given date. Yeah, it means that the date that you set send. So, would you please say for us that up to which day should we send our assignment? I mean, how much do we have time
Okay.
for doing
Okay,
assignment?
just 2 days and 3 days. We had our previous session on 19th February, and now we are locating for 22nd February before starting our next session. Now we'll have time for the first March. You have time even for the first March. Do your research and homework with fully confidence and share it with us. Okay?
Okay,
And
thanks.
my number, Nargis Sama. You will have access to my number in your groups. Okay? Any other question? Just right now, I will share two questions with you. And thank you so much from all of you. Have great night.